Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're tackling the AICPA Code of Professional Conduct.
Yeah, the ethical rulebook, basically, for CPAs.
Exactly. We've looked at the code, some summaries. Our goal is really to pull out what's most important for you, especially if you rely on CPAs.
Right. And this code, it guides AICPA members, whether they're doing audits, tax, consulting, even some members not in public accounting.
And the main point is,
Fundamentally, to guide CPAs toward doing what's right, what's just. It's about serving the public, maintaining that trust. It's got principles, rules, interpretations, the whole package.
okay, let's get into it. They use specific words like consider, evaluate, determine. Consider is, think about it, evaluate is weigh it up, determine is decide. Simple enough.
And structure-wise, there are three parts: members in public practice, members in business, and then other members.
But we're focusing on the core ethical responsibilities for everyone.
Pretty much. And that starts with the 6 main principles.
Yeah.
First one, responsibilities. Basically using sensitive, professional, and moral judgments.
Okay. Number 2.
Public interest. Serve the public. Honor their trust. Be professional. It's all about that external commitment.
Makes sense. 3rd.
Integrity. Doing what's right and just. Performing all your duties with that highest sense of integrity.
Like resisting pressure to cook the books, maybe.
Exactly that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Then comes objectivity and independence. This is a really key one.
Ah, yes, the distinction. Objectivity is for all services.
Right. Being impartial, no conflicts of interest. That applies always. But independence, that's the extra layer, specifically for attest services.
Audits, reviews, those kinds of things where assurance is provided.
Precisely. Independence, in fact, what you actually think, and in appearance, what others would think. Super important for a test.
Got it. 5th principle.
Do care. Observe the standards. Be competent. Keep learning. Do your best work. Stay sharp, basically.
And the last one, scope and nature of services.
Yeah, considering all these principles when deciding what services to offer. Having quality control, checking for conflicts with audit clients, making sure the firm operates professionally overall.
Okay, let's zoom in on that independence rule because, well, it's a big deal, heavily tested. Who needs to be independent for an audit?
It's not just one person. It's the whole engagement team. Anyone who can influence the engagement, certain partners in the office, the firm itself, related entities.
And immediate family, too.
And immediate family, yes. It's broad. And independence gets impaired by, well, quite a few things. Financial interests are huge.
Like owning stock in the client.
Any direct financial interest, even one share,
Mm-hmm.
no go. Or a material indirect interest, maybe through a mutual fund, that holds a lot of the client's stock.
Loans are tricky, too, right?
Generally, yes. Loans to or from an audit client impair independence. There are exceptions, but they're specific, like fully secured car loans, small credit card balances under $10,000, normal bank accounts.
What about family? Not just immediate.
Close relatives,
Yeah.
parents or siblings. If they have a material financial interest that the CPA knows about, that could be a problem too.
And jobs, like if you used to work there or your spouse works there now.
Definitely. Former employment in a key role, or having immediate or close family in a key position at the client. Those raise flags. There's even a cooling off period.
Ah, the 1-year rule.
Yeah, if a partner leaves the firm to take a key job at the client within a year, and they were involved in the audit, that needs careful review.
Also, looking for a job with the client while you're on the audit team.
You have to tell the firm and get off the engagement immediately.
Okay, what else breaks independence? Acting like management.
Big one. You can't make management decisions. So no authorizing transactions if you do their bookkeeping, no custody of their assets, no supervising their employees.
Certain other services, too, like designing their IT system.
Yes, designing or implementing financial IT systems,
Yeah.
doing certain complex valuations, running their internal audit function. Those non-attest services can impair independence.
What about unpaid fees?
If fees from the client are overdue by more than a year, it basically looks like a loan. So independence is impaired.
Litigation, too, if you're suing each other.
Actual or threatened litigation can impair it, unless it's clearly immaterial and unrelated to the audit.
Okay, so lots of specific rules, but what if there isn't a specific rule for a situation?
That's where the conceptual framework steps in. It's a safety net, a process for thinking through situations not explicitly covered.
Like a decision guide.
Sort of. There are frameworks for public practice, independents specifically, and members in business. The idea is, identify threats to following the rules, evaluate how significant they are, and apply safeguards to reduce them to an acceptable level.
But it can't override a rule that does exist.
Absolutely not. It fills the gaps.
Yeah.
And there are categories of threats, like self-interest threat, maybe you own stock indirectly, or familiarity threat, being too close to the client after many years, undue influence, being pressured by the client, 7 categories in total.
And safeguards are the solutions.
Exactly. Things the profession does, like education. Things the client does, like having an audit committee. And things the firm does, like policies and training, tone at the top.
So wrapping this up, the AICPA code is really about upholding ethics and making sure the public can trust CPAs.
That's the core of it. It's complex because the situations are complex, but trust is the foundation.
And hopefully, this deep dive gives you a clearer picture of those core duties, especially that critical independence piece for audits and reviews. It ensures you're getting unbiased service.
Right. Which leads to a final thought for you to ponder. Given how detailed and, frankly, complex this code is, what does it truly take for the public to feel genuine confidence in a profession built on these intricate ethical rules? Something to think about.